The finding of this board is that the tragic events of last December, which led to the shooting of D.I. Thursday and the arrest of D.S. Morse, were due solely to a mental breakdown suffered by A.C.C. Clive Dear. We are also of a view that further investigation into other extraneous matters would not be in the national interest. To which end, all investigative materials relating to Blenheim Vale Boys' Home are to be sealed for 50 years.
Donald Campbell's heroic attempt at the speed record on Coniston Water ended in tragedy.
Oxford! Or change?
I require assistance of beautiful lady and very brave gentleman.
What's all that?
Ah, frog in my throat, that's all.
Bullet in your chest, more like.
Come on, don't fuss.
Fuss? You weren't due back till Tuesday.
It's work I'm off to, not the front.
You said that last time.
Here,
What's that?
that's for the fair. Win us all a goldfish. Now let us say cheerio to your mother.
Here. If you're going.
Where is it we're going?
About 12 miles out. The woods by Lake Silence.
Have you seen him?
Not since he got out. No one has. I wasn't sure who it was.
Hello, Morse.
What happened there?
Oh, damn. Bloody pheasant. Thought I'd missed it. How are you getting on?
Oh, you know.
I thought you might fancy a drive. Take you out of yourself.
Really? Where?
Surprise. Best Bib and Tucker.
How are you?
Right now, it's not the state of my health concerns me.
Dead about 8 hours. Say between 1 and 3 this morning?
But you didn't call me out here because she was hit by a car.
No, I called you out because she was hit by the same car. Several times. Initial impact about 50 yards that way. There's a shoe. She's been thrown, then hit again, and dragged under the vehicle. Finally, the car's reversed over her.
Stand to. Morning, sir.
Thursday, Doctor. Well, here we all are again.
Where are we going?
To see some pals on the other side of the lake. You remember Bruce, my second cousin? Loosehead in the varsity match.
East Indies Steamship Company, wasn't it? The family firm?
That's right, well remembered.
So do I malord it, or what?
No, stick to Bruce. It's all terribly egalitarian with the Blue Bloods these days. Even I'm Tony. What's the trouble, officer?
Accident, sir. Fatal. Pretty little thing too. Redhead. Where is it you're trying to go?
North side of the lake. It's only about 2 miles up the road.
Take a left.
I don't suppose you could just let me through?
Take a left. I know a detour. Thank you, officer.
Thank you. Just as a matter of interest, what are you going to do with yourself? Oh, here he is.
What in God's name do you call that?
Bluebell, actually.
100 quid says I make it to the house first. That's 100 quid you owe me, Tony.
Bruce, you remember Morse?
I don't. Pagan! Good God, where the hell did Tony find you?
He's at my parents' old Datcher for the summer.
Is he? Is he? Well, come on in.
Well, see anything of the old gang?
Not much.
No, well, you never were the clubbable type. Always thought too much. That was your problem.
Was it?
So what have you been up to?
Oh, this and that.
But not much of the other, eh? Same old pagan. Still falling for the wrong girl too, I'll bet. Line your excuses up for lunch. I must talk business with Tony. Drinks in the drawing room. Just follow the music.
It's just a restless feeling by my side. Early dawning, Sunday morning. It's just the wasted years so close behind. Watch out.
Are you married?
No.
Good. I was hoping to fix Elva up with Julius Hanbury. But look, bagged by a bloody actress.
As if I care. Baronet's a ten a penny in Annabelle's these days.
Perhaps I shall throw you two together instead.
Well, you might at least introduce us first.
Elva Piper, this is.
Morse.
And I'm Kay. Champagne?
Why not? Thank you.
What do you do, Mr. Morse?
Nothing. At present.
Are you one of the idle rich?
Idle, certainly. What about yourself, Miss Piper?
I play a little tennis.
Don't tease. Elva just happened to win a little trophy at the Little French Open. thought I knew all Bruce's friends.
It's Anthony I know better. Anthony Don. He brought me over.
From London?
No, from just across the water.
Who do you know there?
No one really.
Well, you must know Bixby. Everyone knows Bixby. He just bought that vulgar pile right on the lake.
Bixby? What Bixby?
It's my Jeannie. She left the kiddie with me last night when she went out. Only she never got back.
All right, Mrs. Anne, let's just take it slowly. You went out where?
To the fair, with some fella from the depot, a mechanic. Albert,
Which depot?
Town and District. She's a clippy on the buses. Sorry, he's teething. Oh, boy. Oh.
Albert Potter. DS Jake, City Police, DI Thursday. You got a minute?
Did you see her home?
No, she went on the ghost train. I kind of lost her.
Kinda how?
Well, she wanted a toffee apple. Only there was a queue, and when I got back, she was gone.
What time was this?
Gone 10. I had a bit of a look for her, but I gave up and went home.
You should do something.
I am doing something.
Beside getting drunk. Why don't I get the I Ching? Have you done it?
No.
It's fantastic. It's a kind of Chinese fortune-telling book.
Darling, I know I married a model, but you really don't have to fulfill everyone's expectations of vacuity.
God's sake! Is he going to do that all day long?
There's talk he's going to attempt to break the speed record.
He's a daredevil.
He's my neighbour. He has these parties.
Bixby's a bloody chancer. Him and the rest of his Belvedere set, so-called.
Don't go on, it's so boring.
What the bloody hell's this about now?
I didn't tell you, did I? We came across an accident on the way over. Young girl got herself more or less cut in half. Some rather toothsome redhead, according to the constable.
I can't think what they want to come bothering us about it for.
They're probably speaking to everyone local. See if anyone knew her, I'd expect.
Why don't the three of us go into town and tie one on?
There's a fair, isn't there? On the green. We could all go.
I hate fairs.
Well, I must be on my way. Thank you.
Tomorrow, then. We'll come and dig you out. Have some bloody fun.
All right, sir.
Will you follow me, please?
All done.
All done. Like nothing ever happened.
What was Jeannie Hearn's body doing at Lake Silence? If she was taken from the fair.
Somewhere quiet. Nobody about at that time of night.
Very well. Carry on.
So,
Oh, I had an inquiry from Gerald Ashbourne's parents. Student found dead in his rooms at Carlisle College this morning. The family are keen to have the body, unless there's anything untoward. His mother knows my wife. Flower arranging.
of course, sir. I'll chase it up.
It's just you and Miss...
Broughton, Roselle and Mr. Swopes.
My brother-in-law, he's a mute. His lungs. He was home on leave when Coventry got bombed. Wonderful what the surgeons could do, but even so.
So what? He helps you out, does he?
With certain of my stage effects, it's been hard for him to find work. People are funny.
What's all this about?
Young woman found dead by Lake Silence yesterday morning. She attended the fair Thursday night. Redhead, 20s. We're just looking to see if anybody remembers her.
We don't really see anything of the punters. They're just shadows beyond the footlights.
Her boyfriend said she came up and helped out with your act.
Really?
You don't remember her then?
No, sorry.
No.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Newton. That'll be all for now. Next!
What's that?
Miss Hicks?
I'm only to use it in an emergency.
Any message if I find him? I'll leave you to get on, miss.
Mr. Thursday, he doesn't want to be found.
As I staggered from my bed, I could not bear the image racing through my head. You were so real that I could feel your eagerness. And when you raised your lips for me to kiss, take the dawn, and you were gone.
Mr. Morse, how are you?
You were gone.
Come with me.
Here's a man flies around, scouring the palaces of princes and maharajas. Can you imagine?
The loot of the world.
Some of these pieces are priceless, literally.
Some of them are worthless, literally. This is a copy, fake, a good one, but
I doubt that. He's as rich as Croesus.
I've seen it. The real painting hangs in the Rijksmuseum.
How do you know? Maybe this is the real one and the one in the Rijksmuseum's the fake.
I think the curators might have noticed.
They might. Then again.
Perhaps for your next trick you can pull our host from that top hat and we can ask him.
Be delighted. Et voila. I'm sorry, old man, I thought you knew. I'm Bixby. My friends call me Bix. Morse, isn't it? Anthony said it was.
Yes, you know Anthony?
He's been my guest many times, both here and in London. There's a Berkeley Square, the Belvedere, perhaps you know it. I'm afraid there are things to which I must attend. Do you have everything you want?
Which of us can answer yes to that? In present company, obviously.
If you're free tomorrow, come and watch me put Redtail through her paces. At my hydroplane. Say about 11?
Bix, I must
Not now, Rothy.
Harry!
Bix!
How are you?
Ah. You know. Liver still works.
How'd you find me?
It's my lung got a hole in it, not my brain.
Monica.
She's worried. How long you been holed up here?
Since I got out.
I went to your flat.
They put you in hospital and tried to frame me for murder. Couldn't put anyone else at risk.
You might tell her that. You seen the findings, then?
The whitewash.
What do you expect?
Better.
We broke them. The worst are gone. What's left, scattered to the four winds. And I'm like one bag man.
Ask Jakes.
Situation's not vacant. He spoke for you. Strange, too, Mr. Bright. It's over.
Not for me. You live in the shadows long enough, you forget the sunlight. I'm finished with it.
You didn't put your papers in.
Well, I'm still suspended, pending inquiry. If they want me gone, they can fire me.
Then what? You're just going to sit here feeling sorry for yourself? We got a woman disappeared off the ghost train at the fair last night. She was found dead this morning about 3 miles from here.
I can't. I'm not the same. I wouldn't be any use to you.
No?
No.
Wow. Fair enough. Well, there you go.
Why would you go back? After everything?
There's a town needs looking to. That hasn't changed just because I dropped a suit size. Throw the towel in now. It was all for nothing and the bastards won.
I found something. Back up the road from the body. It's a scorecard from the North Oxford Golf Club. Yesterday's date. The players' names haven't been entered, but their handicaps and the scores per hole. Should narrow it down. There's a Cowley telephone number on the back. That's the best I can do. Good luck with it.
I've spoken to the club, sir. They're running me off a list of members who booked to play around on Thursday.
And the telephone number?
The call box, sir, across the road from Jeannie Hearn's house.
Ah, Jakes, any luck at the fair?
One or two with minor form, sir. Nothing like this. We've been over Jeannie Hearn's footsteps so far as Albert Potter can remember them.
And?
They went on a few rides, took in a magic show, shooting gallery. Potter says he won her a monkey.
£500?
Stuff, sir.
What?
Soft toy.
Ah.
No sign of it as yet, sir. Nor a handbag.
You must be mad. Why would you risk all this?
If you can make a heap of all your winnings and risk it all in one turn of pitch and toss.
Did you hear about this dead girl found on the Lake Road yesterday?
The constable came by. I don't think she was local staff, maybe from one of the houses on the north side. Speaking of which, Tony said you know the Belbras. You must bring them over.
I don't think Bruce is your cup of tea.
Lady Belbra, then. I should like to know all my neighbours. Matter of fact, I'm having a masked ball here tomorrow night. You should invite them.
Another party? You can't have too much of a good thing, you know.
Or can you? I can't. Tony tells me that you're both at Oxford with him, with Belborough.
Yes. Well, for a while.
I was at Harvard myself, but all the important things in life I learned at the tables. You're a betting man?
My father played the horses. One gambler in the family is quite enough.
Oh, well, you must come to the Belvedere. As my guest, of course. You get to know the truth of a man at cards.
And what's the truth of you? Sportsman? Gambler? Tycoon? Who's the real Joss Bixby?
I wonder myself, old man. I wonder myself.
Bruce?
Really, old man, it's nothing very remarkable. My parents died when I was young. My inheritance was held in trust until I reached majority. I travelled a bit, I got to know the stocks business. You see, the truth of it's altogether dull. But these are my real passion. The new Klipspringer Continental. She was delivered this morning. Why didn't you take her for a spin?
Oh, it's a bit too fast for me. I'd be more at home in something like that, maybe.
She's yours.
Don't be ridiculous. You hardly know me.
A gambler's instinct. You're a straight bad old man. You would as soon as I saw you. What's your line, if you don't mind me asking?
Didn't Anthony say?
Said you'd had a bit of trouble somewhere, but didn't say what kind. That didn't impress him. He's discreet.
Let's just say I am reviewing my options.
Well, I could use a good corner, man. Why didn't you come and work for me while you make your mind up?
Doing what, exactly?
I'm keeping me out of trouble in the main.
Why? Do you get much of that?
Anyone who ever made a deal made an enemy.
You seem to be doing all right so far.
Good luck at the draw, old man. One was damned and one was saved. The toss of a single coin. God called it. Not me.
Jesus.
But before his time, actually. Book of Numbers, chapter 32, verse 23. Ye have sinned against the Lord, and be sure your sin will find you out.
Found something under her nails. I've sent it for analysis. Let you have the findings as soon as they're through. Blood results in, on your sudden, undergrad Gerald Ashbourne, Chinese heroin, number 3 variety. New for these parts, and rather worrying.
How's that?
This Chinese stuff varies in strength enormously. Results are somewhat hit, and in the case of the late Gerald Ashbourne, a rather resounding miss.
Right. Thank you, Doctor.
Evening, officer.
Hello, matey. Last place I expected to see you. I mean...
Not sure it's your colour.
Well, bloody pickpockets, innit? Where they dump the empties. Yeah, cop that. There's a few more under there.
Not belonging to this dead girl, there's not. Leopard print handbag, wasn't it? The paper said. Jeannie Hearn.
Trust you. Been tearing the county apart looking for that.
You found it, not me. Congratulations, by the way, Sergeant Strange.
Yeah, well... Like piles, eh?
Any leads on this dead woman?
The Brains Trust retraced her route around the fair. Shooting gallery, magic show.
Did you look at the ghost train?
They did. But, no sign she was ever there. No blood, nothing. What are you doing poking around anyway?
Actually, I came to have a go at the attractions.
say so. We were all rooting for you. And the old man. Brighton him on a 24-hour armed watch. Never left his side till he was out of the woods. How was it?
Prison. How do you think?
Safest place you could have been.
Well, it didn't feel very safe at the time.
You being banged up, bought us room to get squared away. Clear your name. Well, I better get this back to the Nick. I'll be seeing you.
The item is a gentleman's wallet.
And now, for my next trick, I require the assistance of a beautiful woman and a very brave gentleman. Yes, madame, you. And perhaps you, sir? Be so kind. Let's give them a round of applause.
It is you.
Oh.
We called at the house to pick you up. Everyone's here.
You didn't fancy the show?
I told you I don't like fairs. Besides, you've seen one trick. Come and buy me a drink. Then you can win me something.
Five out of 6.
5, you sure? I do believe he's got you, Bruce.
What's for the face card?
That's the big prize.
Well done, old man.
Well done. Oh, a kiss was to the runner-up, wasn't it?
Oh, look, a man-eater. How apt.
Keep me warm.
Watcher. Any word on Jeannie Hearn's handbag?
Oh, yeah, well done, Jim. It's with the old man.
Actually, it was Morse identified it. He was there, wasn't he? At the fair, having a poke around.
Thursday's seen him. Apparently he's living in some shack in the woods, running with some posh set by the lake over Cacklebury.
Posh set? Doesn't sound like him.
Prison, maybe. Changes a man.
So is he coming back or what?
Your guess is as good as mine. Wouldn't hold your breath. What's this? Eat, drink and be merry?
As the fella says, old man, it's just one go around the board. Harry Rose, meet my good friend and neighbour, Mr. Morse. I want you to look after him for me this evening. Make sure that he has a good time.
Your pleasure. Will you excuse me, mates?
Who's that? Man that fixed the World Cup. The trophy that went missing last year. All that in the paper about a dog finding it. It was Harry got it back. Made a nice bit of money as a finder's fee, too. But here's Tony. Let's leave you, old man.
Someone's pushed the boat out.
He's got a trial run at the record tomorrow. Let's get a drink.
Heard anything more about this dead girl we saw?
I've told you I'm out of it.
It says in the paper she went missing at the fair. It's all anyone's talking about. Found right on the doorstep, as it were.
Well, well, Mr. Morse. Back for seconds. Now there's a turn-up.
Is this your doing?
No.
Really?
Bruce. Oh, hello, Tony. How are you? Ah, Pagan.
Hello.
Hello, darling.
Kate.
Bruce, may I introduce Joss Bixby? Bix, this is Lord Belborough and his wife, Lady...
Hello, Kate. You've met?
Just now, on the stairs.
Tony tells me a man might get a decent game of cards around here.
You might. Later, perhaps.
All work, Bixby.
I'm sorry, old man.
Trade. The white man's burden.
If you'll excuse me a moment.
You won't forget about our game of cards, will you, old man?
Bloody upstart.
He's all right. Oh, is he? Is he? Did you hear that, Tony? Pagan says he's all right.
Just going to be bloody. Why did you come?
Same reason as everybody else here. To see what all the fuss was about.
You'll have to forgive my husband. He's been drinking since...
You don't have to make excuses. Not to me. I know Bruce of old.
Dance with me. Please.
Why does the sun keep on shining? Why does the sea...
Is everything all right?
I've been a fool, that's all.
It's the end of the world.
If there's anything I can do.
I never should have agreed to come.
Mind if I cut in, old man?
Why do the birds go on singing? Why do the stars
Hello.
glow above? Don't they know
Is it really you?
it's the end of the world? It ended when I lost your love. I wake up in the morning and I wonder why everything's the same.
Cigar?
No, thank you.
They make a nice couple, don't you think?
How is it you know Bixby?
He advises me on my investments now and again. But as friends, we go back a long way. Bixby's got everything, wouldn't you say?
Pretty much.
Deserves it too. Yeah, nobody more. Now, if only he could find himself a nice girl and settle down.
Well, it's from the Belvedere. But how this Miss Hearn came by it...
Any chance she was here?
It's possible. Neither here or in London, or she knew somebody who has. There must be thousands of these chips. People hang on to them sometimes, for luck.
Well, it didn't bring Miss Hearn much of that, however she came by him.
Well, unless there's anything else, Inspector. It's a poor host neglects his guests.
So?
Excuse me a moment, will you?
So? What was all that?
Police business. I might ask you the same. Harry Rose?
Who is he?
King of the one-armed bandits. There isn't a slot machine in England doesn't have his dabs all over it. He's been away. Got out Thursday morning.
The same day Jeannie Hearn was killed.
His number's in her address book. And this was in her handbag. This from the Belvedere, Bixby's place. Some nice company you're keeping. Oh, and Mr. Bright's seen your inquiry lifted, by the way. You ever decide you want to get back to work?
Why does Bruce call you Pagan?
Long story. It's a joke. At my expense, because I don't have a Christian name.
You must.
Not one that I care to use.
What does it start with? I bet I can guess. Hold out your hands.
Kate.
Hold out your hands. Right. Now. Look into my eyes. A, B, C, D, E, F, E. It is, isn't it?
Quite a trick. When did you pick that up?
Misspent youth.
Don't change the subject.
E. E for what?
Embarrassment, mostly.
It's just a name. Almost nobody in modelling goes by their real name. A rose by any other. What?
You remind me of someone.
Good someone or bad someone?
Both.
Are you falling in love with me? Men do.
I can see how that might happen.
Then why don't you kiss me? Tell that you're supposed to fall for.
Bruce.
Bruce doesn't give a damn. He's got a girl in town. Didn't you know that? A bus conductress of all things. Room for one more on top.
There you are. Thank God. Don't old man me.
You could have left the table at any time you wanted. No one was holding a gun to your head.
I bet you could probably arrange for that too, couldn't you? Where's Kay? We'll leave it.
Well, Sharon, there won't be a table open to you in London. You lost fair and square.
I'll lose to a straight house, not to a crooked racket.
Keep your voice down.
Oh, you want your money, don't you? All these people here can't see what you are. But I can.
And what's that, old man?
A fraud.
Well, sooner a fraud than a black-shirted bastard.
Ah, Bruce, please. What are you, his big pal now? Don't forget who your real friends are. Where's my wife?
You don't have to go.
I'll be back. You don't have to go. That's what Harry was getting at too. It's Kay. That's who it's about. That's what you want.
Wouldn't you? If you loved someone and lost them and had a chance to make it right.
No matter how much you want it, you can't turn the clock back.
Of course you can. Of course you can, old man. But what do they say? Time is money. I'd have killed every man in that room to live just one more hour in her eyes.
Please, you could have any woman in the world. What were you doing at the fair last night? I saw you there.
I wondered if any of the sideshows might be available for this evening.
Nothing to do with Jeannie Hearn, then?
Well, that's twice I've heard that name tonight. The first person to ask was a policeman.
So's the second.
Ah. I don't know. Sorry, old man. Come on. I need to clear my head.
On a night like this, a man might believe anything's possible. Will you come and watch tomorrow? When I go for the run?
I've seen enough death. What do you need to prove?
That I'm as good a man as Bruce. If she sees that, she might. Well, maybe she'll come back. Don't you think?
Anything's possible. Good luck.
You too, old man. You too.
All right? Morse.
There was a car. I saw its headlamps through the trees. That was around 5:30. The shot came about 20 minutes later.
Did he ever mention any enemies?
No, not to me. But somebody vandalised one of his cars the other day, left him some kind of, I don't know, a warning.
Like what?
It was Old Testament stuff. Be sure your sin will find you out.
Any chance he did for himself?
Oh, I wouldn't have said so.
She's up on his bedroom wall. He must have carried a torch.
They were both here last night, Bruce and Kay. Bixby took Bruce for 75,000.
75,000 pounds?
That's nothing to Bruce. Wasn't about the money.
What was it about?
He just wanted to make Bruce look small. In Kay's eyes, Bruce got it into his head to call Bixby a cheat. There was a row.
Where will I find them?
Across the lake. There was something Kay said to me last night. She'd an idea Bruce had a mistress in town, a bus conductress.
Jeannie Hearn?
Bruce was a bully, always has been, but a murderer. I can't see it.
Shotgun. Point blank to the face.
Any chance it could have been self-inflicted?
No weapon would suggest not. Given the injuries, I'll need a set of latent prints from the house to confirm it's Bixby.
Check his right-hand pocket, you'll find a gold gambling chip. His lucky charm.
Get the lake dragged 50-yard arc, see if the gun's in there. You'll have to come in. Tomorrow will do. Get your head down for a few hours. You've been up all night.
No, I'm fine. I can start now.
I meant to make a statement.
I found him. He's,
A friend? You know these people. You can't be part of this inquiry. You want to make yourself useful, see if you can't get any further on the Jeannie Hearn angle. Step 2, then.
I thought it doesn't matter how far you run or how hard you scrub. It's there. The stench of it. Everything we touch.
It gets so you don't notice.
That's what worries me.
What? Good heavens. Inspector Thursday said you might be in, but I didn't think today.
Well, the fair packs up tomorrow, so.
Just so. What happened? I can't change yesterday, but a better tomorrow, yes? For all of us.
Sir.
I think I met Bixby, briefly, some years ago. In Jean-Le-Pin.
And there was never anything between you?
No, not on my part.
And there's no reason you can think of why he'd have a photograph of you on his bedroom wall?
None.
You told someone last night that you believed your husband was involved with a bus conductress.
I told Morse that in confidence.
And Detective Constable Morse repeated it to me in confidence. Where did you hear it?
A friend? Elva Piper.
Friends like that. Did Miss Piper give you the name of this woman?
It's just gossip.
I wonder then, Lady Belborough, if you could account for your movements Thursday evening.
I was here. Alone.
We went on a few rides, merry-go-round and dodgems. Magic show. Judy wanted me to go on stage with her for a trick, but a magician picked some other bloke out of the audience.
Oh, what did he look like?
Normal working bloke. 30s, specs. Doug gave his name as.
You didn't notice him or anyone else following you around the fair afterwards?
No. Nobody. We were just having fun.
You won a prize at the shooting gallery, is that right? A monkey.
I think the fella must have felt sorry for me. Or else he fancied Jeannie. I couldn't hit the barn door at 10 paces.
Where were you between 4 and 6 o'clock this morning?
Asleep on the sofa. Tony Dunn and my wife will confirm that.
What about Thursday? Planning golf, my lord?
I'm afraid I side with those that think it's a good walk spoiled.
And the evening?
I had some drinks in town with Tony. Why?
There was a woman found dead Good Friday morning on the Lake Road about 2 miles from here. Jeannie Hearn. Did you know her?
No. Whatever gave you that idea?
Actually, sir, your wife. She's of the impression you were carrying on with a bus conductress. It happens Miss Hearn was a clippy.
My wife, Inspector, is very highly strung. An hysteric personality, often given to flights of fancy.
You'll have no objection if Sergeant Jakes has a look at your car, then?
I'm afraid my car was stolen from Oxford Station on Wednesday. You'll find that I made a full report. All the good it'll do.
Well, her boyfriend said you gave her a stuffed toy. Why was that? You said he hadn't won anything.
I cast your bread. Plan to see a good-looking girl walking around with a prize. Might have a go themselves.
Where are they from, the prizes?
I don't know. Far East, maybe.
I'm looking after the pitch for a pal.
He's laid up. Done his back.
Why, what's your usual line?
Dreamland, Margate. Penny Arcade there.
Slots. Didn't you say that was Harry Rose's business?
Slots, drugs, racketeering, you name it. Harry Rose has been at it since the devil was in short trousers.
Right.
Have you seen them? Cheese and pickle. The Belboroughs.
All bar the tennis player. She stayed at the Randolph. The rest of them haven't a decent alibi between them for Bixby. Though your mate Anthony Don says he was with Belborough the night Jeannie was killed.
You really think there's a connection between that bloke at the shooting gallery and Jeannie Hearn?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it was free advertising, giving Jeannie that monkey. I'm just stumbling around, really.
That's what you're good at.
The first week, I hardly slept at all. Kept thinking I'd be found, hanging from the bars of the cell, or take a dive from the top walk. I kept expecting to hear boots on the landing, a key in the door, but nobody came. A month. I didn't know if you were alive or dead. That was the worst of it. Oh no, not quite. The worst was knowing it was my fault. I was too slow. My stupidity almost left Mrs. Thursday a widow.
I knew walking into Blenheim Vale that I might not walk out. It's the job, I suppose. Something bad like that. Sometimes you've to put all you are against all they've got. It was my decision. I'd do it again without a second thought. Don't ever blame yourself.
If I'd have been quicker off the mark.
You were there at the end, nobody else. You had the chance to run, to look to your own neck. You didn't. You stood. A pinch like that, it's not brain that counts, it's guts. I won't forget it. Ever.
Oh, for God's sake, I can't stand this. I'm getting out of here.
See her? Well, aren't you? Coward. Jos Bixby's more of a man dead than you'll ever be alive.
Bruce! Stay out of it, Tony. This is between me and my wife. I'm gonna stay at the club.
Of course you are.
Where do they all come from? The props and so forth?
Oh, well, some I've had made, others I got at auction.
What about this?
Oh, that's from a collection. I bought them from James Green, a colleague of mine. The right illusion, keep a magician at work for years.
I'm quite partial with the old abracadabra. I had an uncle who used to magic a penny from behind my ear when I was a boy. I could never work it out.
Years of preparation and rehearsal come down to a single heartbeat in which one makes the impossible a reality.
Miss Hearn's boyfriend said she took part in some kind of a gun trick here the night she died. She had red hair, if that helps.
Didn't notice. Sorry. The gun trick requires absolute concentration, you see. We have here a revolver. If you care to examine it, you will see it's perfectly normal in all regards. Likewise, 2 bullets, if you would be so good.
Your brother-in-law, Mr. Swopes, might he have seen anything?
No, he would have been backstage, preparing the props for the next bit of the show. Anyway, his eyesight is rather poor. We can agree that this pistol has worked. Roselle? Inspector. You must stay perfectly still. Behold, I show you a mystery.
So the second bullet was a blank?
A magician must keep his secrets, Inspector. Even unto the grave.
Well, perhaps Mr. Swopes will be more forthcoming.
Mr. Swopes? Mr. Swopes?
Believe it. Andrew, murder a woman for drugs.
We hadn't exactly taken the trouble to conceal the evidence, Mr. Newton. The soft toy was just lying there in his caravan.
Of course, he's never been right after Coventry. He might have got over Betty.
Had his son, babe in arms. Terrible thing to lose his son.
Whatever he lost doesn't excuse murder. We've put out a general alert. He won't get far. Not with a face like that.
Just doesn't seem like Mr. Swopes. He was always so kind and would get upset sometimes over my mum and dad, and he'd do his best to cheer me up. Even lent me his scrapbooks.
Well, what happened to your parents?
He died 2 years this June. Car accident. I ended up doing this. Make ends meet. It's all finished, Mr. Newton. Zambezi.
Well, I'll need to keep hold of these. I'll let you have them back when I'm done with them.
We've had it tested. What our little friend had stuffed in his belly. It's confirmed. Chinese heroin.
Jeannie Hearn was the go-between, right? That's why you gave her the prize. It was nothing to do with casting your bread.
Drug run, was it? Fares in town every bank holiday. You pass a new shipment on to Jeannie Hearn. Then who's it meant for? Harry Rose? Bixby? And where does Swopes fit in, or was he just helping himself? Look, you're just a small cog in a big machine. But we got a kid dead of the stuff. An Oxford student, Gerald Ashbourne, killed by your heroin. It's a long stretch, Clem. You scratch our back.
Say nothing till I see my brief. So save your breath.
Thought you turned in your tin star.
I thought there was a choice. Seems we were both wrong.
I went by Bixby's.
Ah.
Seems very forlorn. Lights out, staff gone. Look, if things go bad, can you keep me out of it? For old times?
Bruce said he was with you the night Jeannie Hearn was killed.
I was with him the early part of the evening, but about 9, I lent him the keys to my car, and he went out.
Where? To meet Jeannie Hearn?
It's really not me you should be asking.
6 months ago, you introduced Jeannie Hearn to Bruce Belborough, the chairman of the East Indies Shipping Company. A useful connection if you're looking to import Chinese heroin.
Maybe your pal Bixby was in on it.
You sure you won't try the Mills? No one does them quite like Pedro.
It was the same variety of Chinese heroin that did for Gerald Ashbourne, a student at Carlisle College. We think Jeannie Hearn was skimming off your heroin and making up the shortfall with milk powder, knocking out the difference to students for a bit of bunts. Maybe you took exception to that.
Saturday night, I saw Bixby at the fairground. What was he doing? Looking for your heroin.
You're wrong. You couldn't have seen him.
No? Why not?
Because I was with him at his place. Till, well after the fair closed down.
Maybe Bixby did a deal with Jeannie and Swopes. Then they double-crossed you. Now 2 of them are dead and the third's gone AWOL.
But I love Bix like my own son. Son, do you think I could harm her here?
Your theory is this Clem character brings the heroin to Oxford and passes it to Jeannie Hearn, who is acting as some sort of go-between for Rose.
It's by the size of it, sir. Either Swopes was in on it from the start, or most likely he got wise to their racket and decided to help himself.
So Swopes killed Jeannie Hearn for the heroin. She's something under her nails, didn't she? Drug-related?
Too soon to say, sir. Dr. De Bruyne has sent it for analysis.
Then where does Bixby fit in?
He doesn't. Beyond the fact that he knew Harry Rose.
And the gold chip from the Belvedere found in Jeannie Hearn's handbag.
I don't think we can take that as proof he had anything to do with it. Well, it could have been given to her by Harry Rose.
Who was he, Bixby? Dr. De Bruyne's not been able to locate any medical records for him.
No records of any sort, until he materialised 4 years ago to open this gambling club in Berkeley Square.
Man of mystery.
Just so, sir.
Well, somebody killed him. Perhaps there's evidence at the house.
I'll take a look, unless there's any objection.
All right, Morse, don't let us keep you. It's good to have him back around the place. Both of you, of course. But is he up to it? If Bixby was his friend...
Morse knows his duty, sir.
Kay. Kay? Kay, can you hear me? Kay? Come on. The doctor will be here soon. Kay? Can you hear me? Come on, stay awake. That's it.
A policeman.
Yes.
You took us in.
Well, that was never my intent.
What was?
He was in love with you.
I can't help that.
You knew him?
No.
Yes. Before I found a letter.
Don't. Please.
By the time you read this, I'll be gone. Don't come after me. You're my heart, Charlie Greel. But every time I look at you, I've got to put it behind me and start again. We let the stars go. Kathy. You're Kathy, and Bixby was Charlie. Every time I look at you, what? What is it you had to put behind you? Don't you want to know what killed him?
Will that bring him back?
Well, if you loved him.
Love. We were kids, you wouldn't understand.
No. I don't.
You see how soon it turns. Us in the car. That night under the trees. If Tony hadn't found us when he did. You can still have me.
Kay.
Bruce is in town, the staff are gone. Make me feel something. Anything. Oh, God.
It was your car I saw. You came back.
To tell him to forget about me. He said he couldn't.
Did you see anyone else hanging around the grounds?
I came back when I heard the shot. There was no sign of him. Only you.
Moores. What the hell's going on? There was a call, very late, a business emergency. I had to leave at once for London.
We all thought it was you.
Oh, one evening suit looks very much like another, I suppose. It must have been Roddy. Farthingale. You saw him before, I think, that night we met.
What happened?
Well, when I got back to the house, Roddy was still there, looking rather the worse. He'd gambled away his family fortune at the table. And more. I told him to go abroad. Get out of the country. He must not be able to face it. And took his own life, poor chap.
But we found your gold poker chip in his pocket.
Oh, he was such a state. I gave it to him for luck. If I hadn't been called away.
Well, you ought to let Kay know you're all right. She's in a pretty bad way. This is yours. I've read it, I'm afraid. Charlie Greel.
is dead and gone. If East End Barrow boys can become world-famous snappers, the world has changed. You can be anything you want. I chose to be Joss Bixby.
The porter hasn't seen Roddy Farthingale since Friday. Not that one would expect to over Easter, necessarily. We thought he must have gone back to his estate.
I'll need his next of kin.
Well, there's a great aunt, I believe, but his parents are deceased.
What about friends? Someone who might shed some light on his state of mind. Did Roddy Farthingale know Gerald Ashbourne?
Gerald Ashbourne, the overdose.
They were inseparable, according to the bursar. I found these in Roddy Farthingale's bureau. Presumably Roddy found Gerald dead and tidied up. Spare his parents' feelings.
Unless they were both addicts.
This is the body of Roddy Farthingale, then, not Joss Bixby. The coroner does tend to get picky about that sort of thing. Ah, and the last word on Jeannie Hearn. It's polyurethane under her nails. Results came in this morning. Also traces of rosin, copal, isopropyl alcohol, and silica.
They said you were dead.
North Oxford Golf Club's finally got their finger out. About that scorecard you found. There's 2 members played that day with a 7 handicap. One of them was Bruce Belborough. Only the game was booked in the name of his oppo, a Mr. Otis. We're bringing him in now. Wanna come? Was your lead?
He was a friend once, sort of.
Bad luck.
Elva, call my solicitor.
Oh, God.
Search the grounds, Jim.
.12 36-inch barrel. Spot the deliberate mistake. Or rather, I suspect, non-deliberate.
The barrel's too long for his fingers to reach the trigger.
This wasn't suicide. It was murder.
What are we doing here, Charlie, of all places?
The last night of the pitch always belongs to the show folk, Kathy. You know that. Do you remember we always used to go around the attractions when the fair had closed and all the punters had gone home? It was just you and me and the whole world.
It was never just you and me, though, was it?
No. No, but it is now.
Sir, I've just come from Dr. De Bryn. Roddy Farthingale wasn't suicide.
Well, there's more. Roddy always wore a diamond point bow tie, but the body I dragged from the lake was wearing a club round. There's a reason magicians always use doves and white rabbits in their act.
Charlie? Long time. I brought an old friend to see you.
We found your car.
I know things didn't end so good. But I've done all right. Made something of myself. When I saw you in town, it was just too good a chance to miss. That's why I'm here. I want to make it up to you. Just like old times. Morse. Inspector, everything all right?
Lady Belborough's husband has been arrested for the murder of Jeannie Hearn.
What?
Bruce, are you sure?
Thursday afternoon, he played 9 holes at North Oxford Golf Club with a Mr. Otis. Morse turned up their scorecard not far from Jeannie Hearn's body.
And he's confirmed this, has he, this Otis?
No, we haven't been able to find him yet, but we found Bruce's car on the estate earlier this evening. There's no doubt it was the vehicle used to run down Jeannie Hearn.
Oh my God.
Oh, darling, it's all right. You're with me now.
Oh, Bix, I went through Roddy's effects. I thought you might want this. Though, of course, it wasn't Roddy Farthingale's pocket we found it in, any more than it was Roddy I dragged from the lake.
Not Roddy. And who was it?
I'm sorry, Kay. It was Josh Bixby, the real Bixby.
What's going on?
James Green and Co. Isn't that where you picked up some of your props, Mr. Newton?
What of it?
Well, it's a rather lackluster name for a magician, don't you think? It's not a patch on Janus, Greel and Conrad, the original name of your act. It could just as easily have been Janus, Greel and Sons. Charlie and Conrad Greel. 2 boys, born within an hour of each other, identical in every way, except for one. But as soon as Conrad removed his spectacles, no one could tell them apart. Certainly not the audience. The illusion depended on everyone believing there was only one boy, an illusion that you maintained amongst the other showfolk.
A magician keeps his secrets even unto the grave. Isn't that what you told us?
So?
So, one boy had to be kept hidden from the world. He existed only for those few moments on stage. The rest of the time he lived in shadow. What that might do to a young soul, I don't like to think.
Then Kay, Kathy, joined the act. You fell for Charlie, and Charlie fell for you too. But Conrad wanted you also. You're my heart, Charlie Greel. But every time I look at you... What?
I saw Conrad.
And that was too much to bear.
He took advantage of you.
I thought he was Charlie. We ran away that night. I tried. I really tried, but in the end...
You couldn't forget what his brother had done.
We lost one another.
But Charlie never forgot you. One fine morning, somehow, somewhere, he discovered that you were to marry Bruce Belborough. Bruce was rich, titled, successful. If that's what it took to win you, then that's what Charlie would become. All he needed was a patron. So Bixby was born. A man with no past. The perfect, legitimate front for Harry Rose.
Really, Catty, that's not what happened.
You still insist you're Charlie?
Of course he is. It's Charlie. It's you. You tell them.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Newton. I know you want to believe it.
You think I don't know my own son?
I think after Charlie and Kay ran away, you pulled off one final disappearing act. To maintain the secrecy of the original act, Janus Greel became the Great Zambezi, and Conrad became Swopes and every other audience plant that the act could ever need.
Now, what am I, some sort of man of 1,000 faces?
You were here when Jeannie Hearn got on the stage, and you were there at the wheel of Bruce's car when Jeannie came to, afraid and wondering how the hell she'd got there from the ghost train. It was polyurethane found under Jeannie Hearn's fingernails, part of your disguise that she scratched from your face while she fought for her life.
You knew the scorecard would lead us to Lord Belborough, that we'd find out about his affair with Jeannie Hearn, and that it was his car used to kill her.
Having framed Bruce, the only thing that stood in your way was Josh Bixby. While Bixby drew breath, You would be forever Swopes. So you decided to take back the life you'd always been denied. A man who wasn't there slew a man who didn't exist and became someone.
Swopes takes the powder. You take Bixby's place. You get the money, the girl, the whole shebang. It's a hell of a trick.
An impossible murder, no victim, no killer. It's the perfect crime.
Not quite. Mr. Utis, if you're going to choose an alias, don't pick the same pseudonym Odysseus used to fight Polyphemus. Not a town filled with classicists.
You killed Charlie.
It was the only way. I just wanted you both to look at me the way you looked at him. We could have lived the rest of our lives together and you'd never have known.
It would have been a lie.
On you and Bruce's what? At least with me you would have been loved. We were meant to be together, Kathy. I love you.
What pushed you onto it? Something he said?
Actually, sir, it was something he didn't say. Bixby affected the habit of calling everyone old man, but when I saw him again at the house, he didn't say it, not once.
And Roddy Farthingale?
I think Conrad intended just to take his brother's place, to bury him somewhere on the estate and none of us would be any the wiser.
Only Morse arrived before Conrad had the chance to drag Charlie out of the water.
Someone else had to die. And if Conrad was Bixby, another body had to be recovered from the lake.
There you go.
Why Conrad's name if it was Charlie performed the tricks?
It'll look better on the playbill. I tried it both ways. Janus Greel and Conrad and brought more people to the tent. It had class.
How could you do it? Your own son.
All art. Demand a sacrifice?
But how do you decide? How does a father choose which son gets a life and which is condemned to darkness?
Just like that.
Morris, bring the car around.
So you're leaving?
Safari, Kenya. Guy Mortmain has a place out there. Bruce thought a change of scene might be good for me.
Bixby's funeral? You can just walk away.
He wasn't the only one who changed.
Bixby didn't belong in their world any more than I do. Did. I wanted to tell him that the last night I saw him. But he was better than that.
Nobody gets to choose. The further a man runs away from his nature, the sooner it will find him out.
So what does that make me?
A good detective.
And a poor policeman?
That too.
If only I'd have told him.
Wouldn't have made the blindest bit of difference. He was set on the girl. His memory of her, at least.
Zambezi was right. There's no real magic in this world. Only love. The rest is just smoke and mirrors.
Back to work then.
Back to work.